Hi there, it's Louise of Timeless Craft Mama with you today, and I'm sharing a layout for Scrapbook Boutique called Christmas Memories, and it's using the Silent Night collection from Kaisercraft. So this layout was something a little bit different from me. I had absolutely no idea what I was actually going to do with this page. So I'm sort of starting and playing around with some of the elements in the collection. I haven't got a photo chosen. I haven't really done anything to plan for this page. So it's kind of just an experiment in creativity, let's say. So I've gone ahead and I've cut this wood grain piece of 12 by 12 paper in half on the angle, and I've then mounted it on the white 12 by 12 cardstock. I'm just using a sponge to apply some white gesso, and again, because I had no intentions with this layout, it's kind of just developing as I decide what I'm going to do with it. So it's going to play with some papers, play with some of the leftover elements of this collection. I've pulled out some mist, and I'm going back to my good old favourite, the packaging technique. But I'm also going to use that mist to do some sprays and dribbles, and that's actually going to change the layout of the page, because I initially thought that I was going to have those dribbles run off to the side, but once the dribbles were added to the page, I really preferred the page with the dribbles running down. So you see that I do actually turn it, and that's how the finished layout ends up. Now off camera, I've gone ahead and I've picked out a photo. So I was looking through my Christmas collection of photos, and I decided that I wanted to use one that was part of a really important memory of my time at Christmas. So this one is a photo of my dad chopping up his Christmas terrine, and the journaling plays a really important part in this particular page. So I'm going ahead and I'm just adding layers and building a background. A little bit different to the way I normally add layers to a page, because I'm not building around the photo, I'm building on the page. So it's a slightly different process to how I would normally build layers, but you get the same idea. And I think the reason I did it this way was purely just because it was bigger layers, so it wasn't smaller layers designed to enhance the photo, it was bigger layers designed to work as part of the background of the page. Now I've chosen my title and I've mounted it on a banner. I have also made some little tags out of that paper as well, but I wasn't particularly fussed on those tags, so they do get left off the page. I've gone ahead and mounted my photos and attached all my layers off camera, and used some card in between them just to sort of bring them up a little bit. Now I found then that my background wasn't quite as I wanted it to be, so I'm just using some paste and a stencil on its own, so no colour, no extras, just to help break up that brown paper and also that gold mist as well. So I'm adding some black splatters and letting those dry, and I'm going to mount the photo onto the page. Now I've said this before in some of my other videos, but I'm going to say it again just in case you're visiting me for the first time. When I'm adding paper clusters or elements to anything that has media in the background, so in this case it's got mist, gesso and paste, I always double adhere it. So I'm adhering it with the double-sided tape, but I'm also adhering it with the tacky glue as well. This just gives me that security, knowing that my elements are going to be well and truly attached to the page. So I've gone ahead and printed out my journaling for this layout. Now it's computer printed, and I just cut the little strips, and I'm going to attach those. Now they form the story part of this page, and also they blend into the title. So if you get a close-up of the layout either on the blog or zoom in if you can, you'll see that when you read the journaling, it actually makes its way down the page and attaches to the title. So that's a fun thing that I like to do. Now I've also got these little Christmas baubles that I've cut out of one of those papers from the Silent Night collection, and I'm going to attach those around the page. Some are just going to be laid flat and some of them are going to be mounted up on foam. So that's just, again, adding that little bit of extra interest, that Christmas sort of feel to it, and I really like the way those little baubles have turned out. The final steps in this page is I'm going to add one of the leftover strips that comes off the bottom of the 12 by 12 papers, and it says "Eat, drink and be merry." And I'm going to pop that on with one of those gorgeous bows to make the final elements of this page. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course check out Scrapbook Boutique for all the products used in this video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.